G'day travellers. Well, we're back at Thornlands, and I'm going to continue on. I started at Victoria Point a couple of weeks ago and got to just here. You'll probably recognise it soon if you've watched the other video. So I'm going to get going now, and we're going to see if I can get up to Cleveland Point. It's a nice lighthouse and restaurant up there if you've never been there. And I'm going to go the back, obviously the back scoot way, and see how we go. A couple little issues to start with. The little GoPro clip broke on me just now, and I didn't bring a spare one. There was something going on with the scooter, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, see you there. Well, we'll have as usual a couple of short breaks along the way. So this is where I got to last time from Victoria Point, right about here. And as usual, I've forgotten to lock the car, so I'll do that. There it is. Very muggy day today, about 31 I think. Been hot lately around Brisbane, hot and humid, lots of rain, which is good, everything's green. We're off. Saturday today, first ever, I should be at home watching it, first ever Bathurst 500 weekend I think. Two races, one today, 250 kilometres and another one tomorrow. 250 kilometres, first race at the Supercar series. Anyway, I should be home watching that, but I'm not. So I've only got one chance to get out this week. Stop here and check that we're moving alright. Recording. And yep, we're off. Good. Okay. Better hit the high speed mode to get up this hill. I don't know where I'm going today, once again, as usual. Never done this trip, so let's see how we go. Aha, right. Whoa. See, this thing can really, even though it's a low powered machine, I didn't know I was needing to turn there. I only just made that corner. Wow, this is pretty. So we're basically Thornlands, sort of wetland area, water and mangroves just on our right at the moment. And just in medium speed mode on the scooter. Full charge, gonna need full battery to get to Cleveland. I'll just actually show you this. Gonna need a full battery to get to Cleveland and back if we make it. Hopefully then that's this whole trip done. Nice bit of wetland there. Oh, we'll see that on the way back. Anyway. So I've never done this trip. It looks bloody brilliant so far. You're going to have to get some speed up here. Wow, the scooter's got heaps of power today. I don't know where that came from. I did the tyres before I left, as usual. They're up nice and high to give me maximum range. See, a hill like this is going to take a bit out of the battery in my distance. Oh, freak, isn't it? But, you know, you can't help that. So a little bit of swamp or something down there. I can actually see the water from here through the trees. I don't know if you, probably if you zoom in you can. Anyway, I'll keep moving. rest seems to have given the scooter a whole new lease of life. It's bloody flying today. Feels like it's got heaps more power than the other day. I don't know why that would be. I gave it a good long charge, but maybe just show you that there. You can see right out to the water there. That's North Stradbroke Island in the background there. And I'll try to stop stopping, but I want to see a few things on the way, right? Oh, there's a stick stuck in the front there. Of all the things. So that just went up behind the wheel, front wheel. Sitting on about 15 k's an hour. I usually try to go on a weekday. This week, today is Saturday, and it's really my only chance. So, wow, what a pretty place that is. Wow, what a place to live on the point like that. So you just, once again, seeing things you just never see, even driving around. Oh my lord, this pathway is unbelievable. You know what they've also done in that house there? To me it looks like a ship from here. Looks like a ship. Awesome. Great bit of architecture there. Don't see that too often. Not sure what this point is called. It might be... No, I really don't know. I really don't know what this point's called, but oh yeah, it'll be on the map later. I will. I always put a map and a pencil line of where I've been in the video somewhere. You'll be able to see this point. Well, that was a spectacular little start to the trip, I've got to say. Quite enjoyed that. Hopefully the rest is just as good. Man, I love doing this. As a kid, I wasn't much into push bikes, so once I got my first motorbike, which was when I was 8, my parents never saw me from then on. I'd go riding all over the place, north side of Brisbane, through bushland. I'd disappear all day. Even as a young teenager, I'd disappear all day. I'd take, believe it or not, 5 litres of petrol on my back on my little Honda XR80, and I would disappear all day, all around Strathpine, Ferny Grove, even out to Sanford sometimes, all these bush tracks, Eaton's Hill, endless stuff. Loved it. The follies of youth become the obsessions of the old. Still, I've got a motorcycle as well that I get out on, the V-Strom 1000 Suzuki. You can also check out those videos if you want. They're pretty cool, and that's probably more like what I started out doing as a kid on the motorcycles. Didn't have electric scooters back then, of course. Well, not at my level of income, which was 0. kind of got no idea where I am at the moment. Pretty scenic little route by the looks of it though. We do have to go back out on a suburban road further up here just for a little bit, and then it's back onto the tracks and pathways, back streets, and there's one little section of almost main road, only about 150 metres of it, 200 metres of it, by the looks of the Google Maps I was looking this morning. And then that's just before a place called Raby Bay, and then I'll try and stay on the pathways around Raby Bay and Cleveland Point. It's always nice to watch. So I'll have a couple of breaks and I'll swap camera angles at each break. These pathways are just unbelievable to me. All this infrastructure, and well, I haven't passed one person yet, have I? I did purposely come out on a Saturday, which is, I'm sure there'll be less traffic on a Saturday because people are doing their things than a Sunday, preferably a weekday, but today's Saturday, so I'm hoping, I was sort of hoping that a little less traffic than a Sunday at least. Wow, we've got to have another look at that. That was unreal. There's ducks there. Oh, hello. Hello, are you on your nest or something? Hope I didn't upset you. Let's just have a look at that. I won't stop on the way back, but such a clever design. There's some sort of clipboard on the deck. A whole pile of ducks and birds and whatever in here. God, who knew this was here? Amazing. Alright, off again. Yeah, so I'll swap the camera angles when I have my breaks, as usual, just to mix it up a bit. Just trying to remember. People, what do you know? Uh-oh, I'm going to disturb all the birds. I might have to go around. I might just walk here. G'day. They'll come back, they're hungry. Just realised. I was supposed to do here. Oh yeah, none of that street. Yeah. Oh, hopefully I'll recognise it when I get there. Devonstone. No, I think I go over this. Yep, go over this. The scooter seems supercharged today. I don't know what's going on. Quiet little area. I haven't seen a car. I've seen two people sitting down. That's it. Oyster Point. Okay. Turning the cruise control off because we're coming to a downhill, and happy just to roll at this point. Yeah, this is one of the little bits of road that I have to take. Well, path next to a road. One of these goes back down to the path. I can't remember. Hopefully I'll remember it when I see it, which street it is. Might even have to stop and have a look on my phone. Can't tell. Looks like that might be a path, maybe. Sadly. Nice bit of farmland though, right on the water. Princess, that was it. Righto, back on track. And she was having a little bit of a chat to herself. If anyone can talk a glass eye to sleep around here, it's me. So this is Princess Street on the southern end of Cleveland. I don't know whether we're in Thornlands or Cleveland right now, but Princess Street anyway, for now. And wow, pretty spectacular houses around here, some of them. One thing I forgot to do was tighten all the hex screws again. before I turn back out, so you can hear a bit of the neck and the deck creaking. That noise. Okay, here we go, Moreton Bay Cycleway. We aren't too far from Moreton Bay here. Sort of Moreton Bay region's pretty big, I guess, probably 100 kilometres long or something. You take in all the Bay Islands and then right up to Bribie. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so we're going to disappear down into some swampland. Hopefully this carries on with a boardwalk or something. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do here. Oh yeah, there it is. Real beauty, it does. I'll just slow down so get a view of the bay there. I think that's Wellington Point in the background there.
No, actually that's Victoria Point.
Nice. So I gather this is the next point up from Oyster Point. Whichever that is, on the way to Cleveland. Still. From Thornlands, and then previous video from Victoria Point. So if you watch both, you'll be able to watch from Victoria Point right up to Cleveland and back. Same scooter, E-Glide 120. It's been an awesome little machine so far. I think this is about my 10th outing, full length or full distance on one battery. I'm figuring you get somewhere around about 25 k's out of the battery. I used to think it was about 30, but I think it might be more 25 to 30, depending on the terrain, of course. As always, try to pick the flat stuff near the water. Tends to be a bit more scenic anyway. So. I think we're probably about 5 k's from Cleveland Point about now. So by the time we get there and back, and a little bit of a run around at Ravy Bay, it'll be easily 20 k's. I'm down to just dropped to the 4th bar of the battery, so I try to sort of estimate where halfway is and then turn around. I think today will be fine with the battery. I think this camera angle might be a little bit pointed upwards, but I'll have a look at it when I stop for a drink. It doesn't seem to matter where you point this camera, it just sort of captures everything. Well, it seems to sort of capture everything. It's pretty amazing that way. I was surprised that the clip broke though. I just tried to put it in before. Really unusual. Fortunately, it still works even with one of the little fingers broken off it. Oh yeah, we're easily going to do this because I think that's the Cleveland main drag up there in front of us. So that's good. We'll be able to do a little bit of a run around up there. Oh, mind you, it's still a fair way up to the point itself. So. Guessing these cars are for people who live on the Bay Islands or something, and they get the boat from here, or I don't know. Oh, I know what it is. It's all the units. lots of units around here, new ones. They've all been built in the last sort of 15 years or so. Big new ones like that in front of us. And, this is one of a couple of spots that I have to just go near the road. I might just skip this one, that track. And after here, pretty much stay on the footpaths again, without, you know, through parklands and stuff like that. I want to skip to the higher power for a second, or get up this hill. Ooh, what's that? Oh no, keep going. I remember looking at it the best way. I just was looking right then, and that road looked like a nice little detour on the right, but I remember looking on Google Maps, and it seemed like this was the best way through, just to cross the road here, and it's looking like that. It is. Try not to get run over. I'm going to stop and have a break soon. Here we go. Not because I need a break, I just sort of like to stop and reset and change the camera angle and soak it all up, and, you know, it's a good chill out being in a foreign area and just taking it all in. Ooh, I fixed that roof a long time ago. And sometimes when you're looking around, because I'm, you know, what am I, 49, I'm not quite as stable as I used to be on this sort of motorbikes and scooters, and so if I start looking around, I sometimes go off course a bit. One day it will trip me up, no doubt. Couple of bikes. Probably hear them. Out for the day rides. I see a few bikes actually when I've driven up here or ridden up here. I see bikes up here. It's a nice little ride just up to the point and the pub and all that. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say. Cruise control is on again. Quite bumpy this. I've never seen a path with a crack that goes right along the middle of it continuously. They must have laid one side then the other back in the day. I think there's a newer path just on our right where the road is. But you know, that's no fun. You're better off being in the parkways, right? Branch, donk. Okay, let's just have a little gazer at that. Oh. I might just quickly adjust that camera down a little. It's Raby Bay, the beginnings of it. Raby Bay is sort of part of Cleveland Point. I guess it's mostly man-made, but a bit like the Gold Coast, but a mini one. The residential bit of the Gold Coast out the back. Supposed to turn right here. I mean left. My other right. Now we are properly in the Raby Bay area now. Spot for a break. Stopping up here somewhere. So this week also, the Perseverance rover landed on Mars, which is the second one. I've been geeking out on all that stuff all week as well. Watching the landing and the various things that go along with that. It's been a pretty amazing week. Also, COVID vaccine started last Monday. It's now Saturday in Australia, so it's been a pretty big week in Australia. Australian news and world news. They're calling the vaccine rollout sort of a prehistorical type event. Oh, look at that! I might have to go and sit there. Now, what happens here is. Okay, we've got to go over there to get up to Cleveland Point, and I'm just going to go over there for a break and watch the view, because I've got a pretty good view from there. Whee! And that looks all swampy. Let's see how we go. Legendary G120 unit. Alright, here we are. I don't know what point this is, but we're still in Raby Bay. And Port of Brisbane over the back there. And some bloke having a hard time with his boat. He just about fell over then. Nice. Raby Bay Marine Rescue. Volunteer Marine Rescue, Raby Bay, that says. And a little tiny white lighthouse in the background is where we're going to eventually heading. Alright. So, we're going to sit here for a bit and have a break. And so I just threw it on time lapse because there was so much happening in front of me. Nice Saturday afternoon run for everybody with their boats coming in and out. Mostly they were coming back in, but anyway. So 45 seconds of time lapse or whatever it is. Okay, travellers, just at the Raby Bay, I don't know, parklands here, near the Marine Rescue. just did a little bit of time lapse on all the boats out there. Last 10 minutes or so. Fair bit of action for a Saturday arvo. Most people coming in by the looks of it. A couple going out, but I've just had a tweet from Luke Bradnam saying that there's a cyclone forming by Tuesday in the Coral Sea, so it'll be an interesting week for Brisbane. And you can already sort of see it's really overcast. It's only, I don't know, about 2:30 or something in the afternoon, but it feels like really quite late in the arvo, sort of 5, 6, because of all the clouds. Anyway, going to get going again. Over to Cleveland Point, over there. And we're off. It's so beautiful here. I could easily live here. Water all around. I'm a little bit of a petrol head, and there's a real Nissan GTR. Don't see them too often. Not the real ones. Don't know how well that's going to come out on the on the vid, but anyway. And I'm sure not everyone's a petrol head watching this. But, Mustang going by. Oh, that's right, let's swap sides. Good timing. Just going to cruise right on over. Oh, that's right, I was going to check that camera angle. I think I'll just do that right now. Oh yeah, that looks alright. I'll swap it properly and move it later. I'm going to put it down on the wheel and on my chest and all that, but I'll just do the full one-way trip first, and then I'll swap the camera angles and stuff on the way back. I was going to do it when I sat down for the break, but then I had a thought that while I was up at the point, this is probably the best view to get, you know, the panoramas that come up like now. Just point that towards, so that's North Stratty. Pouring rain over there at the moment, tide's out. I'll show you down that way. That's back towards, well, I think that's the tip of Russell Island over on the left, and then Stratty behind it. And then down there's Wellington Point.
No, it isn't. That's Victoria Point, Lee. That way.
That
Wellington Point's behind
the
you.
closest bit is probably, probably, I don't know, that's Peel there, I think. So that might be Mud Island, maybe. Anyway, that region. We're somewhere around there, Your Honour. Really rough bit of path that we just went over, and but now I'm a little bit experienced with this GoPro. It's I know that you won't even see that on the video. It's amazing how stable they've managed to get this thing. haven't looked into it, but I'm imagining it must be some sort of liquid mounting that they have, because it's so unbelievably stable. Some sort of magnetic liquid or something, I don't know. Something was beeping at me then. Stop again for a sec, because something was beeping at me. It sounded like the GoPro. No, we're still going. All right, so this is the main point of Cleveland, where the restaurant, and there's a little bar up here as well. That's the best grass I've ever seen in my life, except for on a golf course. Holy cow. You're not going to believe this house. Oh my god. That is unbelievable. Nicely done, people. 227. I'm going to have to get out of here. I can smell the fish and chips. I wonder if oh yeah, good path goes all the way around. Boat ramp. Oh no, it's a current one. Look at that. There's that boat ramp over there where we just were at the Marine Rescue, Raby Bay Marine Rescue, and then there's this sneaky little boat ramp here all by itself. No one's using it. Oh yeah, high tide only. Yep, right, that's why, because of all the rocks. And so there's Morton Island over in the background. That would be the big and little sand hills that you can see, the bright bits of sand on the southern end of the island. Coringle's down there. And the high point on the left is Mount Tempest. Nice little walk if you're ever thinking about going over there. Four-wheel drive only, sand all the way around, no roads on Morton Island. Hey mate. Thanks, cheers. Going to catch amongst the rocks there. Crabs. Wow. Well, we got low tide. 50-50 on that one, I guess. There are times just here where the water comes right up over that white wall and into the restaurant. That'd be your lap of Cleveland. The tip anyway. So I easily got to where I wanted to go to. We still have 4 bars left on the battery, which is amazing. So I'm definitely going to be able to do a little bit of other cruising around. I think I'll head over to the Raby Bay precinct. Show you around there. There's nice little spots with boats and houses and whatever through there, so we're going to have a look at that on the way back. Maybe some other little detours as well. So I wasn't expecting to be able to get this far, but this scooter, as always, is just amazing. Oh, my eyeballs are actually shaking on this bit of path. I think that was a heritage Softail of the Harley. Nice tune to it. Roller. Okay, so because we've got plenty of battery, I'm going to have a cruise up past where we were before, where I had the brake, and see what's around. We've got Raby Bay on the left again, Cleveland Point on the right, water straight in front. And essentially Raby Bay is just this flat little piece of man-made canal front houses, residential. So we're just going to have a little cruise around there since we've got plenty of juice in the camera. On the scooter. I've got 2 batteries for the camera and one 64 gig SD card, which holds a bit over an hour and a half of 4K. Sometimes up to 2 hours of 4K video, depending on what it sucks up on the trip. But always an hour and a half, which is plenty really. By the time you've been out on the scooter for a couple of hours, I could go probably twice that, but then somehow you've got to edit it and get it on, on YouTube or whatever, and that's all. I think an hour and a half is long enough. I've got a bike on there that goes for 2.5 hours. Same batteries, same 64 gig card, all 4K. So I'm not sure why. Must be the detail in the film or something. Great spot. I don't know how far this goes for. Straight ahead there is still more of Cleveland and Raby Bay, but over on the right is where you start heading up towards Wynnum, and that way. I'm sure there's scoot tracks over there. Won't make it that far today. Maybe I'll have another look and carry on from sort of somewhere around here another time. Look at that. Never knew there was a beach at Raby Bay, all to yourself. Amazing. Oh, this doesn't look like it's going to go too far. No, this is going to be a dead end. So, oh, apparently it looks like, check it out. Yeah, that's it, dead end. So, over on the right there, I'll head over there into the back streets of Raby Bay and see what we see on the way back. Ceases to amaze me how far this tiny little scooter can take me. We must have done 10 k's by now, and it's only just dropped into the third bar on the battery. Hey little bros. That's how you build a brick arch. Build it in wood first. So this is where the path came out before. I just took a little back street to see what was there. Nothing much really. We're back on the original path where we came in. I'm always tossing up whether to just film the whole lot, you know, from beginning to end, or just... Oh, that's right, I didn't take this path on the way in, so I would have... Oh, this is a gutter, it's a drain system. Okay, so... As I was saying before, I rudely interrupted myself. I'm never really sure whether to film the whole lot from beginning to end, or cut bits out, or use time warp, or I don't know. I think if I'm sitting back watching something, I'd kind of like the continuity, but you know, I guess if I cut it, and that doesn't give you the option of fast forwarding or as you see fit. So I figure if I just put the whole thing on there, then you can just fast forward whenever you want. Or if you're a buyer or something like that, looking at these areas, you probably do want to see the whole thing, whatever it is. Just crossing ahead with it. Alright, I might just try a little time warp. I'll try just flicking it over to time warp, see how it goes. If I can work it out. Okay, we've just gone off time warp. I just put it on time warp there because it was about a kilometre of just sort of more of that road. So now we've got to get back on track because the battery is actually just hit 2 bars. So head back. Still feel like I've got plenty of charge to get home, so I'll still be able to take the odd detour. Nice memorial here. Cleveland. Thanks guys. Anzac Day soon. About 7 weeks away. 25th of April in case sure. And of course the RSL right nearby. see what it is. Oh, so this might be where the Cleveland ferry comes in. It's why all the cars over to North Stratty. Yep, that's what it is. Go on. Escape from this. Do a quickly show you where we are. That great vehicle ferry and water taxi, so that's why there's a lot of cars around here. Righto. Anyway, we're out of here. I'm pretty sure the paths don't go anywhere here. Dark in the background there. Doesn't look like there's anything. Oh yeah, there was a little bit west of Brisbane, that is, where it's dark. A little bit cloudy and raining today. Probably going to get worse during the week given the cyclone is forming up north. Anyway, sorry about that little detour. It wasn't too pretty. I may even edit that out later. I don't know. You never know what people want to see, so tend to leave it. Might be someone who's a ferry nut who wants to see it all. So our path came out here before, so this is all new to me, so I'm just, uh-oh, you're not going to go forward, are you? You are. Such a pretty pathway, but these guys here would have a pretty good view of the water just over the back there. Can't see anything, so I'm not pointing the camera that way at our height, but there's 2 stories right here and they'd be able to see the water just fine. That butterfly literally hit me in the face. I keep flapping these things, but I can't figure out which way to point them. Very strong seaside smells here with the mangroves on the left. This next break I'm going to have, as you can see, I will change the camera angle. Might put it down by the wheel for a little bit, and then maybe on the chest, as I was saying before. I just haven't sort of found a nice spot to stop. But there is a little park at the end of this, so I'll probably stop there. Hopefully there's a water view or something. I think they said the I didn't I did read it, but I can't quite remember. I think the new cyclone is going to be called Niran, Niran. I think that's what it said. Give you an idea of the time that this is filmed. And quite warm today, 31 I think it is. Very warm, very humid. Feels more tropical than Brisbane usually does. Feels kind of more feels more Rockhampton or Townsville than Brisbane at the moment. Maybe here, maybe not, maybe here, maybe not. I don't know. Nah. Go to the next. I like to find a place that's sort of you know, a little more isolated or whatever. So I can just sit down and have a drink. I feel like talking about something, putting that on, and haven't got people sort of watching, which is a bit ironic. There was a nice little spot down here that I saw before. Check it out. Oh, this scooter's got no, by the way, it's got no suspension. Just the tyres, pneumatic tyres. And I wear some nice spongy sort of thong. And that seems to be plenty. I'm not getting any younger. You know, joints are starting to fall to bits and whatever. But it still goes fine. Down to the second bar on battery. Experience has taught me that will get me pretty well half the distance, so as long as I've already started heading back by the time I get to the second bar, it's fine. And this is the little park up here on the left. There's a little less crowded or whatever. That looks good. Seat right hopefully there's some water. Go to water. What are we, 25 k's an hour there? And stop. Righto. Oyster Bay House, 148. Now that looks like a good spot. Have a look at that. Whether you can see through those gates, that lawn goes forever. Oyster Bay, Oyster Point, all the oyster things, which I can't eat. I'm allergic to them. Damn it. Righto. So, just going to stop here for a sec and have a little break. That's probably not such a great view, but alright, switch off for a bit and I'll change the camera angle. Okay, travellers, as promised, I'm going to put you down by the wheel for a little bit. One of the things I haven't mentioned today is I've done no maintenance to this scooter. The only thing I've done is pump the tyres up, and I've done now probably close to 300 k's on it, and it is just running like a dream still. Haven't adjusted the brakes, haven't done anything. Oh, I tightened up the screws, the hex screws, and I need to do that again and with Loctite, but no hint of any wheel issues or steering issues or cracks or things breaking. It's just been amazing. Anyway, we're off. And starting out in the high power mode so we can get up this hill that's just behind us, and then I'll slow it down. There. No, there. Maybe there. I need to go in there. Like that. Oh, again. little bit of cricket on the way. I might stop and watch a few balls. This must be the Cleveland Cricket Club or something like that. Redland Shire Council anyway. And Eddie Santagiolana Way. Oh, we've got a proper basketballer over there. He's actually doing real training. I'm not a fitness nut at all. I get plenty of exercise with work. Anyway, that's enough of the cricket. I'm sure they don't want me filming the pudge too much. Righto, out of here. I'm going to put you back down on the wheel. Okay, travellers, we ran out of battery in the camera and I am getting eaten alive by mozzies here. So anyway, we'll get going and I'll try and get a better... I've swapped camera angles so you can get a bit of a view of the console. We've got there 0 k's an hour, drive, 2 bars on the battery, so we've got heaps of battery left to get home, so should be good once we're up and running. Oh, those mozzies. I don't arc up too much with mozzies, but they were biting me bad. They're I don't mind them too much usually. You know, 1 or 2 doesn't bother me, but when they swarm like that, I don't welt up or anything. I'm really lucky that way, but some people do. I'm just trying to see where that camera is. I can smell, that's weird, I can smell fish and chips. There's no fish and chips near here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my brain is telling me to go get fish and chips because I'm near the seaside. So I have no safety gear on, so don't have any sympathy for me if I ever come off. I don't have a helmet, I don't have gloves, I don't even have shoes, I've got thongs. And that's it. I've got reasonable stuff for the bike, the motorbike. But you know, doing a lot higher speeds with that. I've just flicked it up to the high power mode. Bit of a hill. See the water out there. And what I've noticed when I've used this shot before, this angle from the chest, is that you see a lot of scooter movement but no camera movement, which to me is just amazing. I think they've done an incredible job with this GoPro and the scooter actually. So whoever designed and built the eGlide 120 and the current GoPro, thumbs up, did a good job. Lads on tour, I like it. think we're only about 2 or 3 k's from back to the car now. Hopefully we'll pass this runner before we get to the boardwalk, because oh no, he's going to beat us. He's going to beat us. I've just never been a runner, I'm afraid. Oh, we've got a couple of cyclists coming up. Might as well wait. Doing it the hard way? Yeah. Look at that, I get enough exercise at work. Lucky me. Sort of. Some days you don't feel like it. What an awesome bit of boardwalk this is. Wow. I nearly hit that post. Righto, we're off. Cliff Young on the right. Right. I said hello to him, but he didn't seem too happy. I wouldn't be happy either if I was running. Oh, we're nearly actually at the end. We haven't got far to go at all. Hey mate. As always, the getting down to the second bar on the battery fooled me. Hey mate. I think you got to head home immediately, or you're going to end up walking and get back and there's still 2 bars on the battery. Oh, maybe I might do a bit of an overlap. Go a bit past where I started. Okay. And we're back already. I'll just go back a little way on the path I did last time, so if there's a little bit of an overlap and you can see where the last one ended and where this one starts. So we've just gone back. I'm back at the start now where we started. I think I might go and do Paradise Point tomorrow in the morning. I'll have time. Whoa, what that was. As long as I can get this uploaded tonight, or the Savo. So it takes ages. This 4K stuff takes me forever on the computer and the internet. When I get this uploaded tonight, then I can take advantage of tomorrow morning. Do another one, and then maybe in a week or 2 I'll go out on the motorbike, I think, and do, I don't know, I might do Mount Tambourine or something like that. something doodle. Hey guys. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do last time. So we turned that way last time. I'm going to go this way, see what's down here. I didn't do that last time, so we'll have a look. Lots of swampland just there. It always seems to be pretty swampland for some reason. It's not like spooky or bad. It's got like nice grass in it, and yeah. It's not like gross swamp, it's nice swamp. Whatever that means. So the botanical heads will be going mad about my descriptions. Shouting at the TV. Oh, wow. Hang on a minute. Look at that. That's what I mean by a nice swamp. Look how pretty it is. Wow. Look at that. I mean, you wouldn't go for a swim. But that is magical. We're only half an hour from the city here. Brisbane city. Amazing. And no through road, so we'll see where this goes. Might say there was some people on the right back there watching me. I think they saw what I was doing, riding the scooter and filming. So I might, maybe I'll say hello to them on the way back. We'll see. Ooh, they need a mirror here. Oh well, this is a pretty cool little track. I wasn't expecting to take. So the car's now about 1 kilometre behind us. It's always good to take these little side tracks and see where you're at. See if there's anything new. So roughly we're around the back of Thornland somewhere. Well, the front of Thornland is towards the water still. And I'll go left. Clifford Hurst Drive. Huh. Oh, deal. What am I going to do here? Got no escape. Hey, sorry. How you going? Oh, cheers. Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry. Once again, don't know whether to ring the bell, say hello. Doesn't matter what you do, you tend to scare people because this thing's so quiet and it's reasonable. Reasonably quick. So people don't know you're behind them. No idea. Oh, I better have a think about how I'm going to get back to the car. I actually do need to turn around at some point. Actually, I can keep going for a little bit. See how we go. What I mean by I have to turn around is I don't think there's any way. Oh yeah, I can do a loop here. Okay, I'll do a loop. I don't expect people to get out of the way, but they, for some reason they do. It's nice that people, I mean, I think just standing on going to one side is fine. But a lot of people tend to just completely jump out right out of the way, so I don't know. Each to their own. Oh yeah, I know where I am. So now we're back on a path that was on the end of the last one I did from Victoria Point to Thornlands. We're pretty much on the same path again now. I'm just doing a big loop back to the car. It's okay to do another loop, I reckon. I'll just put that on the map, I'll put it on the map where the car was and where this extra loop is. Good few k's run if you're into running, jogging. Plenty of huge loops to do around here. Thornlands, Victoria Point, Cleveland, heaps of flat places, endless. Probably pays to have a look on maps first, so you know what hooks up to what. Quite bumpy through here. You wouldn't know it from the camera though, probably. Oh, you might. Oh yeah, you'll see it on the scooter. This scooter just keeps grinding away, no trouble. It's an amazing little machine. I have a bit of a technical background. So, you know, I know how to look after things and what to look for in design specs and stuff like that. And this is the best that I could find. See what I mean? He doesn't look very happy. That's the guy that we passed before, and I said hello, but he didn't look too happy. I don't know, do something that's fun if you're going to do sport. And then you'll keep doing it. I'm riding the off-road motorcycles all my life, so, and that's, you wouldn't think just basic motorcycle riding is very strenuous, but can be if you got a bigger bike and go off-road a bit, and certainly sleep well that night, so that's always been a good sign for exercise. You've had enough exercise or whatever. Righto, and this is the way back to the car through here. Just another of the big loops that you can do around Cleveland. Well, where are we? Thornlands. So this place was developed around about 15 years ago. This area. So they've sort of reclaimed swampland or something. But they've left a good portion of it intact, which is awesome. Still 2 bars on the battery thing. It's tricked me again. Thinking that I have to go back. Just imagine how far you could go with 2 batteries. You're like here to the moon. And the car's not too far from here. Just over this bridge and around the corner and we're back. And I think I'll quit then. Another doodle of some sort. That one might have just been a plain old poodle. Don't know. No dog expert. Or no expert on anything. Sadly. Wasted youth. No. Currently a tradie at Fixed Buildings. Started out on cars and aircraft and fix small building problems. Oh, geez, that was a massive. I didn't see that. Monologuing. No, what's he gonna do? Hey, bro. How you doing? All right, and that'll be the Subi up there. One of them. I was in the work one last time. This is the other one that I've got too. That's a full step. I thought that was a sloped gutter. And that's interesting. I've never seen that before. They've got a sloped gutter on one side and a square one on the other. And that ends the trip. I shall just clip this. And that's the scooter. Been on all day again. Legendary unit. It's, I've done, bugger all, nothing to it. Tighten screws. Well, I don't even know what you would do to it unless it starts giving you trouble. Yeah, I haven't cleaned it.
I've done nothing to it.
Nothing to it. I haven't adjusted the brakes. I'll run through how probably a bad time to do it, but whatever. That's how it turns on. That's the different drive modes. It's got 3 drive modes, one slow, one medium, that's fast, slow, medium, back to fast. Turn the lights on there and power off there. Okay. See you next time, travellers. Hope you enjoyed the trip. Ciao, Bella.